Hey guys, I just got out of my therapy session with Laura. She was on vacation for a month for all of September, and, she had a great time. She was in Paris. So, and I told her about two instances where I kind of dealt with a trauma response. And, she got really excited for me, and, I was excited about it because it's like, I did a thing. I dealt with reactions that were really, really scary, but I did a thing. And I succeeded at doing that thing. And she was over the moon with me about it. I explained the whole situations and what I did to deal with it. And she reminded me that, when you have trauma, you're always going to have those moments where your trauma gets triggered. I mean, that's going to happen. But as long as you keep reaching for those tools that work for you, as long as you keep using them and keep practicing just how you talk to yourself, being nice to yourself, and writing out a trauma response, writing it like you write out a storm or something. It's like sometimes that's all you can do is write it out and just hold on while it passes over you. And maybe when you get more comfortable with that discomfort of how you feel, you can start to examine it a bit. Because she tells me that she's got clients twice my age. I'm 44, so these are people in their 80s who are still wounded by things their parents said to them, or a teacher or someone at a formative point in their life said something really hurtful. And it's just stuck in them as a truth that's not really a truth. You don't tell a little 5-year-old that they're not smart. You don't say that. You encourage children to grow and to be better and to do better. And criticism should be something to help someone grow. It should not be a weapon to belittle someone. And cuz I get defensive when I get criticism because I grew up with it being used as a weapon against me. And I told Laura about something that she said that hit me that way, that made me feel like a little kid in trouble. And she was really glad that I admitted that to her because she didn't think of it hitting that way. And I told her it was not your fault, it was my own brain taking it that way. And she's like, no, this is good because, you were aware that this was a trigger and you were aware of how you were reacting to it. And then she went on to explain what she really meant, because she'd said something about how, I continue to have my dad's shit coming out of my mouth, when I insult myself. And she was right. And I still have to work on decoupling who I am and what I think from all the crap that he has made me believe about myself. So that is hard work. And if you are doing that work right now yourself, just like I am, that is great. It is hard work to deal with trauma. It is hard work to deal with anxiety and depression and trauma and, all this pain inside of you. And so many people, they just wrap it up tighter and they just kind of collapse around it. And I am opening up to that. I am opening up inside. Instead of closing down, I am trying to open up, and it's a rusty old thing that hasn't opened in a long time. And it's scary. Dealing with trauma is scary. It sucks. It hurts. It feels bad. It feels like crap. And Laura told me there are a lot of her clients that they don't want to try the techniques that she gives them because, it's uncomfortable or it doesn't feel true. And I'm going to tell you something. It will feel really weird, and it will feel like you're not telling yourself the truth when you're talking yourself through a trauma response. Because that is the programming by the trauma that's trying to tell you that, doing that woo-woo mental stuff, that's just bullshit and that's not going to make you feel better. But change doesn't happen until you are so uncomfortable that you can't bear to stay the same. So, and until you get to that point, you're not going to change. You can try, but often it's going into therapy and dealing with your trauma that you start to reach this pain and you start to realize how unbearable it is. And that's when change can happen. But be open to it. Just be open. Your therapist might give you a technique that sounds like it'll be ridiculous, but try it. Just try it. Sit there, do a stop exercise, ground yourself, what's around you. What do you smell? What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel? What do you taste? Do those things, interrupt the thought, and then learn to reframe it. And it's hard, and it has to become a habit. You have to make a conscious effort, but you can do it. I believe you can do it. I'm doing it now. You can do it too. You just gotta open yourself up to it. So just open yourself. Because staying the same eventually will become unbearable, and if you open yourself in a controlled way, you'll probably be a lot safer than something else forcing it. I'm changing because I want to. I'm doing this because I want to. I'm not being forced. But you shouldn't wait until you're being forced. Open yourself. Be open. Try things. Okay? You can do it. Love you.